going on, everybody? Welcome to Pillow Talk with Paul Goneau. I am Paul Goneau. My guest today is Uber driver and wrestler Boris Crobos.
Hello.
Thank you for being here, brother.
Yeah, thanks you.
How you been?
I'm alright, bro. Just like wrestling has been pretty good lately.
You've been putting in work, bro.
Yeah, I did.
I see it, dude.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's been really good, man. I've been getting out there a lot. Recently I was on like Destiny and Barry has been good and stuff.
Hell
But
yeah,
I have another booking in Barry in like I think 2 weeks. It's November 4th. It's like a tournament match where it's like you win a trophy. It's like a Money in the Bank in a way.
I got you.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
dope.
like if you win it, then like it's like Money in the Bank, and like you can cash in at any time.
Has Tarek cashed in his thing at Destiny yet, or is he still walking around?
He's still
with
there.
it?
He still has the briefcase.
Is Aiden Prince is back?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't been to a Destiny show in a while.
Yeah.
You were saying you split your boots. Something happened to your boots. What happened there?
Like in shoes, it was training. It was funny. Before class, I think it was last week. It's like me and Maddie was like, let's do a drill. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're doing like a triple fries where it's like five whips, and then five drop downs, 5 leapfrogs. And then while I was doing my drop downs, I felt like something slipping out. Is the ring slipping? And I looked at my shoe. It's just like full. It just ripped in half. I was like, oh, that's really nice. And I had to like. Maddie was like taping my foot over. I was like,
so you could complete the day.
Yeah, I was like,
day, yeah.
I was like, enough. He was like, no, I'm gonna tape him more and more. So yeah, Maddie's a cool guy.
How much is that? That's got to be expensive.
It's like $100 for new shoes, but it's
All right.
okay.
All right,
That's
not
not
too bad.
Yeah.
I think I have to go to the dentist, bro.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like I have, like at least one cavity. Like something's wrong, in the back there. And also like, I was wearing a white shirt over the weekend.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just say nothing makes you realize how off-white your teeth are more than wearing a white shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real. That's why you don't see people in Hamilton ever wearing white shirts, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's just like that.
But seriously, that shit's gonna be expensive. Fucking... That's why I was kind of making the connection about expensive shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Not very excited.
Yeah.
I'm digging the new gimmick though, dude.
Yeah.
I guess I'm saying new.
Yeah.
Because like when we first met, you didn't have it.
No.
And now you have it.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it works perfectly, dude.
I mean, like, there's a whole story back in like when we were doing like evaluations and stuff for like how we're doing. So then it was my turn. I wasn't in the office. It was Nick and Rob. And it was like saying you're doing gimmick. I was still green at the time. I was just like, haven't really had a match. I had like maybe like one tag match, but that's it. But
and that was with
Nick.
Yeah.
The Kozak expert. I love the man. But like,
shout out Mick.
yeah, shout out my boy Nick. Anyways, yeah. So basically, I went in the room. They were talking how I run the ropes good, all of that, but I still need like character and like still like need like. At the time selling it, so I was like, understandable. And so Rob was like, I see you as a nerd. And it was like, no offense.
Yeah, like,
I was no
thanks,
offense. Dude. No offense. But like, yeah, because, and Nick was like, it could work. I was like, not really, because at the time I was like, I want to just be, at the time before it was Boris Crobos, I just wanted to be Crobos.
Yeah.
I was like, it was kind of sounded cool in my head. And it was like, later, like Isaiah told me like just put Boris Crobos together. I was like, that makes sense. I was like, okay. So yeah, so back to the story. It's like Rob's like be a nerd. I was like okay, but not really.
It's a little nail on the head. Are you a nerd? Like I'm a bit of a nerd.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. Yeah, comes the games and stuff for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but like I didn't want to do it at first, so after that, Rob just every week he just keeps pushing the nerds. Even I post like photos on Instagram. It's like nerd emoji. It's just at the point I was like laughing at this point because he really wanted me to do this. I was like one day I was like, all right, let me do this for just the end everything. So I did a house show. It's the first thing.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I was there.
You were reffing my man.
Yeah, dude.
I have the video still.
Amazing.
This day, yeah.
reaction was wild, dude.
Yeah, the first... I was gonna use some other music, but like I think Corey or like another person was telling me, "Yo, use Wine Nerdy." I was like, I've heard the other song, but I was like, "What is Wine Nerd?" I was alright. Yeah. I was alright, cool. And when I heard that, I was like, "This is so perfect."
Pretty great.
It's so perfect. I walked out. Everyone freaking just screaming.
It fits. It all fits nice. Like sometimes you see people and like. And granted, like, any time with an artist, it takes time to, like, figure out where you fit in.
Yeah.
You know, and exactly what you're going to bring to the table. Like, I felt like when I was doing stand-up a lot, especially, like real early, like, I went to Second City, and I remember, like, the first class I ever did, someone was like, I don't know, I had one joke in there. Okay, so I had, I guess, a couple inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, okay.
One was about, Amy Schumer.
Oh.
And then there was another one where I just told someone to kill themselves.
Really?
You know? And then at the end, the guy that I told to kill himself, he was like, the next Bill Burr. And I was like, really? Like, I never thought of it. And then for like a little bit, I was trying to like imitate that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I didn't. It was like this like 6 month period where I just didn't like know who I was, and I was like, I don't really like being. It didn't feel natural to me. You know, this feels very natural. You know,
yeah, for sure.
It looks good. Are there any like things you're thinking of like adding to it? Like something I was thinking about, and I don't know if it's possible. Like you know, gear makers or whatever, but like. The suspenders, there needs to be a way for them to not come off.
Yes.
Right?
I've been trying to figure out some ways.
Yeah.
Like, there's some days it stays on. And some days when I need them to stay on, they come off. I'm like, no!
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because I have, like, one spot. It was, like, in the Destiny Battle Royal. It was where, I was about to, like, take off my... I was, like, keep my suspenders, but it fell off. I was like, okay, let me try somewhere else. So I was like, alright. I was like...
And you did...
Yeah, I was like...
This is good. Have you been doing that since now?
Yeah, because I did one with Forza. I was going to take off my suspenders at the end of the match. I was going to do this hit me. I was like, and then it broke off after like threw me in like freaking the barricades and stuff. I was like, okay, let me figure out something else. Then like the whole match was really good. I think that was my best match.
That was recently, no?
Yeah, recently. It was like Rising Stars, I think.
Yeah. Is that up? Can people watch that?
I don't think so. I think we have video. I have to like find it.
That's your favorite match though?
That's my favorite
so far?
Favorite match of all time. Because Forza is
great.
One of the greatest. And like he's such a good guy. I really like him.
It's funny because like I had one interaction with him and it was before I was a ref.
Yeah.
So he was like full gimmick and like didn't like, you know, I didn't get to see him like you see him. I just saw gimmick and I said something to him and he gave me tood and I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool. Yeah. But like great wrestler, dude.
Yeah, he's such a good wrestler. I was like, when they were announcing the matches, it was like, first match is going to be me versus Boris. I was like, in my head, I was like, no emotion. In my head, I was like, whoa. Is this actually happening? Because I wanted to wrestle him down the line. I didn't know it was going to be so soon.
I saw like a Hurricane DDT?
Yeah,
it's a good one.
It's a spinning DDT. I call it now, Ali actually gave me the name. I call it the Nerdaroonie.
Nerdaroonie, I gotcha.
Yeah, Nerdaroonie. Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, it's been a good match. The crowd, it was like better. It was like there were some people. It was like at least maybe 80 people. They were still hot though, so that was good. But yeah.
Where was that? That was Beaverton?
No, Ballards. Yeah, Mississauga.
Oh yeah, that one that happened. It was just last weekend.
Yeah,
it was just last weekend. It was like. Did you say that already and I just missed it? You're like last weekend, fucking.
Like something like last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that. It was on the 15th.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who do they got ref in there now?
They got they didn't even have a ref. They had a student do it.
Okay.
He didn't do bad. He's a pretty good one.
Dude, tell him to freaking holler at me, man. I hit up what's his name? The one dude.
Brendan?
No. He's the guy who like runs Battle Arts now. And he's like raunchy. What's his like?
Name? Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
I hit him up like months and months ago.
Yeah.
Just letting him know, like, hey, I'd love to come back to the, the Rising Star shows, because I did them for a bit, dude.
Yeah, you did good. It was good.
Yeah, it would be nice because it's so close, but
yeah.
It's all good. If they don't have anybody, though, definitely throw my name out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
They had nobody.
I'm right here. Like, it's not far.
Yeah, I was like, where's Paul? If there's no refs. For real. I'm like, yeah. Going back to, like coaches and stuff, it was like about it's right now, Feuds, Alexia, and they're on UK right now doing their thing. Right now, it's like, coaches right now, it's like John Greed, Jody.
Really?
Yeah, John Greed's teaching. Yeah, John Greed's really good.
Love that guy, man.
Yeah, Tuesday's like Jody something, but then replacing Forza for that with Mark Wheeler.
Oh, dude.
Mark Wheeler was such a good. His class last week, it was so good. He's like so like picky about psychology, and it's like the little things. Mm-hmm. And he's like telling me like stuff, and it just blows my mind. I was like, wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. It's good to have those people around, man.
Yeah, for real.
I worked a couple matches with him. Great wrestler.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some people, man, that's like they're severely slept. Like Ontario, Southern Ontario, has just like an insane amount of good wrestlers. Man.
Yes, for sure.
And there's some people that I just don't understand why they haven't. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But like man deserving. He definitely. I could see him on NXT at some point. You know what I mean? Mm. I'd love to see Tarek get signed.
Oh, Tarek for sure.
Like what? I don't understand.
Like Tarek, Alexia, Forza, Vertigo, like all those, man. Even Mark Wheeler. Mark Wheeler he should be signed too.
Yeah, I don't, and I'm not saying this to sound discouraging to anybody.
Yeah.
But like the truth is, like sometimes you just need to be in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah,
you can be fucking amazing at something, but if like the right people, I don't know, I guess don't see you, it's like
I can't. It's
the world will never know.
Yeah, like the state side, it's like so easy. Or like to get signed, but like Canada's like has to work like twice as hard.
Yeah, and I hear it's like super hard.
It's super hard
to get into the States from Canada and like work there.
Yeah, it's really hard. That's why.
Yeah, like a lot of the veterans, I hear this like the same shit.
Yeah.
And it seems like such a real pain. But like, well, what do you exactly like? Obviously,
yeah.
I guess. Are you more of a WWE guy or AEW guy?
Honestly, my goal is like when I started was always WWE. But I would like to go, if it's not WWE yet, I would love to go in the future. I would even go like Impact or like
TNA soon, bro.
TNA too. I saw.
How do you feel about that? I don't know if it was necessary, dude.
Honestly, TNA was so good, but like bring it back. I think they're just
it's just a name.
It's just it's like
no.
TNA back in the day was like. It's that top tier. But
I think it was better than Impact at their prime. TNA at their prime was better than Impact at their prime.
It's a hard choice for sure.
Yeah.
But bringing back, it's just what's the need of it? Like TNA.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they have plans, but like I don't know what's the deal. You can just keep Impact, but like it's what it is.
We're in a good spot for TNA or Impact. Like where we are.
Yeah.
Like Josh Alexander.
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of dudes from around here that.
Yeah, Josh Alexander. Like, I've heard like the Rascals really good. I've seen them live one time when I was doing extra work. They were pretty good. Like Leo Rush and like.
Leo Rush is fantastic. The thing with Leo Rush. Here's how I feel about it, okay? I think he's a prodigy, first of all.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
He just came out of the gate, like...
Yeah, first one he was like a manager for like Bobby Lashley, then he was in Cruiserweight division, and he was just popping off after
But that. even before he was on WWE, dude, or like any of the big... Like, I seen him at, like, Battle Arts, like Don Kolov Arena, like, a couple times.
Maybe.
And, like, he was only, like... 2 or 3 years into wrestling. Really? And it was like, wow, this guy is fucking like ridiculously good.
Yes.
But it's like he seems like, I'm not saying he doesn't like wrestling, but like it doesn't seem to me like he is 100% into it. Do you know? Like, he has, like, so many things where he's not putting 100% in. I think, and I don't even know if he wants to. That's why, like, he, like, disappears. I felt like he's, like, retired, like, twice already. You know?
I've seen, like, he retired, like, one or twice.
Yeah, and it's like... I don't know. But he keeps coming back, and it's like, dude, just commit. You could be you could be so good.
You could be like a world champ, bro. Like,
actually, I fucking, now that we're doing it, we're doing dream matches.
Yeah.
That would be a great match for you, actually. Leo Rush.
For sure, man.
He's not on it now, but like
yeah, I was thinking about Leo Rush. It's like top tier, like for sure. Yeah, man. Like
who's like your number one,
like
your favorite wrestler?
The favorite wrestler of all time. Yeah. And honestly, for me, it would be John Cena. I'm a John Cena guy. When I first ever watched wrestling, it was like my brother got to watch me. I was like 5, I think.
How old are you now, Boris?
22.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So when I was watching, it was like a blindfold match. It was John Cena versus Daivari. I was like, what is this? This is so cool. Like, and back then I was like, this is cool. Then like kept going weeks and weeks. Like I tried to like sneak past bedtime to see John Cena wrestle on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, man.
It was cool. Yeah. I would say John Cena is probably one of the greatest and my GOAT for sure. And like the reason why I do wrestling.
Wicked.
Yeah.
He's also just like, and I say this every time I talk about John Cena because it just needs to be said. People need to appreciate what he is.
Yeah.
Just a fucking fantastic human being.
For sure.
You know?
He's just a real life superhero. Literally.
I was never into, I'll be honest, John Cena when he was wrestling. It's not like I hated him.
Yeah.
You know? He was just not my thing.
Yeah.
And I really like my love, and he's super funny now. He's getting into acting, which I think he does like like I think eventually we're going to look at, right now I would say wrestlers turned actors. The Rock is probably number one.
Rock for sure.
But I think, dude, if we give John Cena enough, like he's more of a comedic guy.
Yeah.
But I think if we give him enough time, like he could like outdo The Rock.
Really? I for sure.
I think that.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's cool.
Have you seen Vacation Friends?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, that was like, so it's like John Cena. I'm trying to think of the other people's names and I can't, but it's like one of the best comedies in like the last few years, dude. And there's 2 parts now. I don't know if you have Disney Plus. Do you have Disney Plus?
I do.
Bro, I canceled my Disney Plus. Fuck you, Disney.
Yeah.
Fuck you, McDonald's. Bro, I don't even want to get started on this shit right now. But, like, I'm mad boycotting Disney. But if you have Disney, they're both on there. Because they're 20th Century Fox movies.
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's the kind of shit where I'm like, Like, you'll see it and it's kind of, it just has a vibe of like, well, you're a super bad guy. Yeah. Like, it kind of feels like just that kind of silly, just
fucking... for sure. I would say for Superbad, it's like one of my favorite funny movies of all time. Because I was watching it the first time, I was like, just crying. I was watching, I think it was my friends too. It's just funny. It's crazy. It's such a good movie. That's why I bought the, speaking of McLovin, I bought the shirt. Mm-hmm. I wear it to class one day for training. And like, I had ideas for like merch for the first time, and like after class, Forza and like I think Forza and Maddie and them, they're like asking me, you should make a McLovin shirt, but just put your face on it. Yeah. I was like, that should be incredible. So I was like, alright. So I hit up Haroon, who does like graphics designs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I told him if you can make it like kind of like edit so I can put it on the shirt. He's like, yeah, for sure. So he did that, and I gave him a little tip because he's one of my boys.
Does he have like a shirt guy? Like, you have a shirt guy.
I honestly...
I need to get some shirts made. Like, up until now, I just use Redbubble for like all my merch. Yeah. Which is good, but like, you don't make too much money off of Redbubble.
For sure,
You know what I mean? So, I'd like to get, especially for like wrestling shows.
Yeah.
Bro, and I like do a lot of stuff in Oshawa, and like, I don't know, like, the people in Oshawa are very receptive, and, like, I like them, man. They're super friendly, and I feel like if I brought some merch there, like, some people would buy it.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
I sold, like, shirts in, like, Ottawa and, not Oshawa and stuff. But, like, yeah.
I've had a design for, like, I don't know, bro, like a year, maybe? Nah, it's probably, I got it earlier this year.
Yeah.
But, like, or maybe even last year. See, I don't know, it's been so long. It was definitely before my daughter was born, and I had this, like, idea of, like, the Thick Boy Fight Club.
Oh, yeah.
Have I ever shown you? Did I show you the thing?
I know you haven't yet.
Bro, I wonder if I have it on here.
But yeah, I've seen, like, shirts, like Swiders and stuff. I've seen Almond has, like, something, like, one of those shirts, I think.
Okay, so...
Oh, yo, that's so cool.
Stick Boy Ref Club.
Stick Boy.
I got Hannah to do it.
Yeah, Hannah's a great designer.
Yeah.
Like, she's really good. She designed KBK's first merch.
Yeah, so I definitely want to get shirts made, but I've literally been saying it probably for, like, close to a year now, so one day I'll get it done.
Yeah, one day. But yeah, for sure. Like, then I have the shirts called, like, Mine. And, like, I printed, like, 20 of them. And I sold it to a Feuds and Alexa. And like, how much it was one shirt? It was, like, $17. And apparently, like, $17 per shirt is a lot of money. So, like...
to get them made?
Yeah, so they told me, like... they told me that I was a little crazy. So they gave me, like, ideas for, like, other cheaper, like, other printers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going to probably go there next time. But, like, yeah. But, like, for, like, merch and stuff... I really like those. Even like Grizzly Mac told me like get like so many, you know, those glasses from the movie days, 3D glasses. Take bunches out, take them up, like poke the holes, and just sell them for like $10. I was like, that's actually profit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I should do that.
That's good. See, that's the kind of tips you get from like veterans and shit, bro.
Yeah,
it's a great idea.
I was like, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I want one of those McLovin shirts.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. It's in my car.
Shit, no.
After the show.
Are they all white?
No, they're actually black.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll totally get one.
Yeah.
I'm a cop one.
It's black and just the license plate.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one after we do this for sure.
For sure.
Oh, fuck. I wish I knew you had them. I would have worn it on, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
It's all good. So what are you watching right now, bro? Are you into, like, comedy shit?
Comedy stuff right now, I just watch, like, old comedy, like, Grown Ups back in the day.
Okay.
Like, Grown Ups.
It's so underrated, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I like both of them.
It's so good.
The second one has Stone Cold.
Yeah, it's so good. I was like, damn, this is... I watched it as a kid. Like, every time I watch this, I'm like, I can't just get sick of it. It's just so good. I'm like, I even watched my buddies like, you have to watch this, and they're like, you're right. I was like, of course I'm right. This movie's just top tier.
Are you big on TV though? Like, what are like your fucking like hobbies outside wrestling, bro? Like, I just found out you were an Uber driver today.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh yeah, Uber drivers, like, because back before the pandemic and stuff, I was working at Tim Hortons, like part-time, and then after that, they just didn't give me shifts. I think they just never gave me shifts, so technically I wasn't fired, but they didn't tell me I was fired. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, so my dad was like, you should take money get some money from the government. I was like, okay, so for the last, like, 2 years, I've been getting money from the government for, like, I think it was, like, 20 grand. Yeah. I was like, and the funny part, I never paid it back. They just gave me 20 grand.
Okay, so are we talking about like over the pandemic, like CERB?
Yeah,
shit?
CERB.
Okay.
CERB, and then after that, after I started giving it, I was like, alright. My dad was like, you should go to Uber driver, like Uber, DoorDash. I was like, okay, cool. So I started that, and I've been getting like getting some actually good cash and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a good. I can consistently I can make a good, like, both accounts like 300 each, like even like 400, like.
All right.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of money.
Bro, like you see where I live.
Yeah.
Yo, like, you know how often we get like we've stopped since we got like the baby. Yeah. We kind of really slowed down on our delivery.
Yeah.
But like the amount of time since we've lived here that we've ordered. and it's been like guys coming on a bike.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we don't live in Toronto. You know, in Toronto, I get it. Sometimes a bike would be faster in Toronto.
Yes.
You know, but like here, it's not, dude.
It's not. I don't.
You know?
I'm in like Burlington. I see like bikers pretend they're Toronto. I'm like, bro, this is not Toronto. Get out of the road.
Yeah, bro, I don't want fucking cold ass fries. Like,
yes, bro.
Do you know? I'm sorry.
I know you. I know the one. So like when you see bike, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I want food. I want fresh food.
Is there a time when you like that's happened to you as like a delivery guy where you're like, this shit is not gonna be fresh. You know it's gonna be cold, and you don't even want to bring it because
I'm like, there's like one time I was waiting for like 20 minutes, and like this customer is like, is everything good? I'm like, yeah, and they're taking way too long as usual. They're like, oh, okay. But like, I feel so bad because like, it's like every time I go there, it takes like so many times. Some restaurants takes like their time, like, bro.
What's the worst restaurant? What's the one that always takes the longest?
Oh, okay. There's some restaurants, like, off the top of my head, sometimes like Harvey's, sometimes even McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's like it'll rush. I get it, but like, even they just like, I see workers just chilling in the back, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes my order's right there. I'm like.
Are you gonna pass it to me?
Or? I'm like, good 10 minutes. I'm like, bro, am I supposed to take it myself? I'm like, yeah, McDonald's, even like restaurants in general, like, it just takes their time. I'm like, bro. I'm like, because I want to get like fast to get more money and stuff.
Right.
Like, it takes me, sometimes I'm like, Burlington, it takes me to Hamilton. I'm like, then it's like Hamilton. Why is there no Hamilton?
What do they order? They may not be ordering like fucking McDonald's or some shit, bro.
Yeah, for real. And sometimes they order from Hamilton.
Yeah.
And they don't even tip. I'm like, I don't even accept that shit. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not trying to get your food because you don't tip.
My lady, secret's out, babe. She never tips, bro.
Yeah.
And like straight up, like. I try to, man. I try to, but some people are just like, they're very, even like, actually, do you actually drive like passengers or you just do the Uber Eats?
I'm good. My car is like 2012. I can't do passenger.
Gotcha.
Which I want to do. Mm-hmm. Once I get a different car, then I'm gonna do that. My car is 2012. You need 2013 enough. I was like, so close. But maybe next year or something like that, I'll get like a new car and stuff. Right now, like I like split half and half with my dad insurance and stuff. Once I like a decent budget, I'm actually get my own insurance and my actual car is decent. And so yeah, so once I like, well, I know I'm still living with my parents. But once I like move out, that's when I'm gonna like get like insurance, like car and stuff. And,
yeah. Bro, I'm like me and my lady are probably getting we're getting a car soon.
Yeah.
She's going for her G2 again on Saturday.
Yeah.
So by the time this comes out, we might have a car.
Yeah.
I never even really considered doing that kind of thing. But
yeah.
It's definitely possible. But like right now, like on my, so after work today, I had to take an Uber to get home because we were doing this shit.
Yeah.
And just waiting outside. Like you type it in, you see it. Okay, so where I work at a restaurant, shop. It's just a huge parking lot. There's like a hotel at one end. I literally watched this guy drive in. I'm like waving at him.
Yeah.
He drives all the way to the hotel. I mean, like other end of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Or like I'm not walking there. You know what I mean? Like just it says where you're to pick me up. Right? Yeah. And then he comes and eventually, like, we have, like, a conversation before he comes. Like, hey, dude, like, he's like, I'm here. I'm like, no, you're not, man. Like, I'm out front. Like, I can see you.
Yeah.
I waved at you. Like, I'm at Chopped where it says to pick me up. And he's just like, I'm not an asshole, bro.
No, I understand. Sometimes I'm like that. Like, Uber, and I'm taking, like, port credit. Sometimes when my car's not available, I take port credit. I see some cars. And I got cars. I told her, like, the train station right here. It's, like, the stop. And I'm really close to like the pin, and the car goes all the way to the train station over there. I was like, should I walk? I'm like, fuck it, because I'm late for training. I'm like, I have to run. So like, yeah.
But yeah, dude. So we're coming. He goes the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, go this way. And then we get to like an intersection, and he goes the wrong way again.
Yeah.
And then we're getting like on my street, getting to the house. And I was like, before we got to the house, I was like, it's already been bad. I was like, hey, dude, it's right in front of the fire hydrant. It's the only fire fucking hydrant on the street.
Yeah.
You know? And he just goes like 5 houses past my house. I was like, right here. And he just keeps driving. It's like, dude, let me out. You know? And I was trying to be a nice guy, but didn't tip that guy for sure.
No, for sure you shouldn't. You should learn his lesson.
Like, it says it, bro. It just says it on the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine you delivered food to a wrong house. You ever do that shit?
I've done that like twice.
Did you realize, though?
Yeah, I've realized. I'm in my car, I'm like, oh shit. I sprint and I go to the other house. I'm like, oh.
All right, dude. That's what's up. At least you made the effort. The effort
I made the effort.
Something, Boris.
Yeah, for real.
You want to get into top 5, dude?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's start with superheroes.
Superheroes. Oh, I got something.
All right, I'll do mine quick.
Yep.
I do them every episode.
Yep.
So, Batman.
Batman?
Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
Red Hood.
Ooh.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. In that order.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For me, I'd say it's Superman number 1.
All right.
Number 2, Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 is coming up soon.
It's out now.
Yeah, it's out now, so I'm gonna buy it soon.
Oh, you got a PlayStation, eh?
I got a PS5.
Bro, honest to God, dude, like, I usually don't care about shit.
Yeah.
That, like, the Spider-Man games are the only reason I want
Spider-Man,
a PlayStation.
like, I seen the trailer, it's like, I thought Venom was in the game, but it's like Spider-Man is just Venom in like the similar suit, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I had a PS5 and then
I actually know some spoilers for the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Venom is in it.
Oh shit!
Do you want to know who Venom is?
Nah, I think
I
think I want to.
It's really cool. My buddy who's playing it, he was like, "You want to know? I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, I'm not gonna play it like that.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll just play it for like maybe like 10 minutes just to see how cool it is at my buddy's place or something. But like, it's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, recently my PlayStation has been broken lately, so I haven't played it for like 6 months. So I'm basically
broke.
It's like it keeps shutting off, and so like for 6 months I'm like, how do I fix this? And literally I've been playing PS4 games on a PS5. So basically I had a PS4 but in a PS5 version. Okay. So I'm like, this is so pointless. And then my dad fixed it. So basically for 6 months, there was so much dust in it. He cleaned it. It's like perfect new. I'm like, bro, that took me 6 months to realize that. But like, yeah, then for number 3, this is like unusual, but I'd say Hulk.
All right, no, that's not unusual.
Yeah.
Hulk's like out of like the original Avengers, like in the movie, like Hulk was my favorite.
Yeah, Hulk is
great.
Number 4 I would say Batman for sure.
Yeah,
Batman, and number 5 Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard they're gonna be like a reboot. Well, I don't want to say rebooting, but like bringing back some like characters for the MCU. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to see where they'll go.
Yeah.
Cause like, man, I love it, dude, and I love this like how everything is connected. Mm-hmm. But like, and I've been paying attention. You know, that's my shit. Like, I collect comics. Like, I've been paying attention. But like, for new people, like, if I want to go and show my daughter, for instance, in like 10 years, the MCU.
Yes.
We're gonna have like 67 movies to go through, bro.
Yeah.
For her to understand the latest one.
The originals.
You know, and that's where like the problem kind of lies. And I hope that like
it's like
moving forward I don't know exactly where DC's at.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been, as far as like the quality of the movies, I've been fairly happy personally.
I mean,
they haven't done like Blue Beetle was. Have you seen it?
No.
Blue Beetle is a fucking great movie. Yeah. It's I apparently like made the least money out of any superhero movie of all time, and it shouldn't. Like, it's so good, and I think like that movie especially is gonna be like just overlooked because now they're rebooting DC, and I don't even know. Like, it's so. I have hope.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying about the MCU is I hope moving forward when they do this soft reboot that they kind of have things more loosely connected.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for like the younger generation to understand the shit. That's all. But yeah, Iron Man's dope too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dream matches, bro.
Dream matches.
All right, I'm gonna do mine first because you said you have like. I think Raj did the same thing where he did like 2.
Yeah, I have realistic and unrealistic because I saw it, but I was like, I kind of wanted to do the same. I like similar, but yeah.
All right, so this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
My number 1, Bryan Danielson.
Really?
I think he is like the kind of wrestler that can make anybody look good. Not that you don't look good yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still learning. How long have you been doing it?
For 2 years now.
There you go. You know?
2 years.
So, like, lots of room to grow and get better, and I'm sure you will because you're putting in the work.
Yes.
But Bryan Danielson is just, like, he's one of my favorites right now.
Yeah.
Just, like, pretty much every match is, like, 5-star, in my opinion, that he does. Especially since he's gone to, like, AEW.
Yeah. Like, Brian, I would say, I was watching in class, we were doing, like, tape study, like, Wrestling Dream. Mm-hmm. It was, like, Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. Mm-hmm. That match was so good. Roger's, like, everyone was just, like, shut up and let me watch this in peace. I'm like, and we were watching it, I was like, yeah, that match was so good.
Yeah, there were really a few good matches on that.
Yeah, for sure. Even like, Isaiah Swerve and Hangman Page.
Yeah,
that match was so good. Swerve is so good and so cool in the same way. Like, he's just awesome.
All right. Pete Dunne. That's my number 2.
Pete Dunne, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, Orange Cassidy.
Right? I think that would be like a battle of the gimmicks.
I really love
it'd be really good.
The Sir Pocky just like, ooh.
It's original, Like,
yeah.
I think, it's hard to find something to do. And it's so simple, too, right? Like, Raj was talking about, you saw the thing, but he was talking about how, like, when he just brought the painting out.
Yes.
It was, like, an instant reaction.
Yeah, because,
and,
Rob was, like, giving him his ideas that you should, like, have painting. And it's, like, he had a good point. And once Rajan had the paint, instant boom.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
it's perfect.
It just fits with him because
and it's
the
not
artist.
Something that's hard to do, but like to actually figure that out, takes some work. But Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy for sure.
Danhausen. And then my number 5. I don't know if you've wrestled him. I'm unsure. This is kind of my realistic guy who I think. Well, I mean, you're so young. I feel like all of these are generally realistic anyway. But, like, someone that could be, like, soon. Yeah. Pretty Ricky.
Ooh,
I think that would be a good one.
Pretty Ricky for sure. Because for Crossbody, I was like, I'm in, like, a storyline with Mark Shaw. And, like, him and Pretty Ricky had a match for the world title. And I was in, like, a little, I was, like, a factor where how he lost and stuff. So it was kind of cool. But down the line, I think I would say Pretty Ricky over down. Because, like, the character work and stuff, I think...
his character is so good. He's really good, man.
He's really good. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you got, like, a fantasy one.
Yeah.
And then a realistic one.
Yes.
All right, what do you want to start with?
Okay, I'll do the realistically. So, for number 1, obviously, fantasy for me, number 1 will always be John Cena. Before he retires, I would love to wrestle him. Yeah. Because it's just, like, he's just my favorite wrestler, and just, like... I know he's like limited in moves and stuff, but like he's just so good. Like for sure. Number 2, Rey Mysterio.
Nice, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. It was like him, Cena, and Orton back in the day when it was like 06 when I like fully watched wrestling. So it was like really good. Number 3, R-Truth.
Okay. Yeah, okay. He's so funny, dude.
R-Truth. I know he's like I didn't realize he was 50. I was like. This man does not look.
I don't want to say it, but
he does not. He does not look like he's 50.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie.
Black don't crack unless you smoke it, something like that.
Yeah. So number 4, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, yes, phenomenal.
And number 5, I would say Montez Ford.
Okay.
Montez Ford is like, he's super athletic and so good. He's that guy. When the Street Profits, him and Dawkins is just. That dynamic is really good, for sure. And for realistically, number 1, it would be kind of funny, me versus James Ellsworth.
Okay.
Me versus James Ellsworth. I think it would be a cool match. It would be funny and stuff. Number 2, when you said Pretty Ricky. I already have him.
Dude.
Pretty Ricky, I would like to wrestle him one time. Yeah. I would say either Barry or like Crossbody. I would for sure.
Yo, honestly, I'm just thinking about it now. Yo, Sean Murley, like Dr. Mask. Yo, make it happen. PWE. Let's get Boris versus. See, the thing that makes more sense though, is like you guys even teaming up. Like I'm trying to think of like how they would work the story because you're both like faces.
Yeah.
Like how is it? Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, sometimes face versus face works.
Yeah, sometimes for sure. But, yeah, number 3, you said Orange Cassidy, I would say, because, like, I don't know if it will happen, but realistically, he's in AEW. Some people do indies and stuff, so maybe down the line. Number 4, I would say it hasn't happened, but I would love to wrestle Raj and Husher.
Hey.
Yeah, my boy. He's, like... It's funny how we wrestle in like train matches, but in actual shows we haven't wrestled yet. And like that dynamic, I think we can wrestle a good match. I'm sure.
Who do you out of all like the dudes that like you train with that I know?
Yeah.
Like who would you say you have like the best chemistry with?
I would say one. I would say Haroon. Haroon, Mean, and Vin for sure. We did a triple threat. It was pretty good. Like me and Haroon, we started together. We even had our first match together. It was like me and Mick versus Haroon and Alvin. And that match probably be one of my favorites for sure because that match was our debut match. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Vin for sure. I would say even Corey. Me and Corey. That one time me and OTT. It was like at the time when it was still OTT. Yeah. Me and Corey did a pre-show match. For sure, that match was pretty good. It was like 4 minutes. A squash move was still good. Pretty sure like either I haven't wrestled Matty yet either. I would like to wrestle him too. Rajan, I would say Rajan. When we're training, I feel comfortable. He's like one of the best in the class. Mm-hmm. So when I'm in the ring with him, I know I'm comfortable with him. But yeah, he's like one. I'm for sure when we all started. Like, if we're gonna talk about closest people and like boys, I would say like Corey, Vin, Karoon, like Ahmed, Raj, and Maddie, all of them. Because they're like my boys. Even Ali and like, they're all my boys. So, like, for sure. It's like, Bowards is like a family for sure. It's like.
I kind of feel like, and I don't know, like I'm older than a lot of the dudes that, like, I trained at Battle Arts for like quite a few months. And even me, dude, like, I've done a bit of shows now and, like, met a lot of, like, different people. Yeah. And, like, even, I just love, like, doing shows with you guys. Like, it feels, you know, I'm like, oh, boy, you know, you guys, I don't know if it's, you know, it felt that way from your point of view and from those other guys, but, like, that's how I feel. And every time I see you guys doing well, I'm super fucking proud of all of you. Yeah. And
it's such a good environment and, like, just boys in general, like Haroon and I didn't say Haroon and Maddie. Just once we're like training, it's just a vibe because we're all like together. We know each other and stuff. So like even after class, we just chill, talk about stuff. It's
important, bro. Yeah, it's important to have like people
like support you. Support you. Know who you are. That fuck with you and stuff. It's cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. For sure. For sure, Rajan is on my list. And number 5. I would say Travis Moore too. Okay, It's a funny story how I actually know Travis Moore because back in the day in elementary school, he's a guy I know in elementary school. His cousin, so we knew each other back even before wrestling and stuff. Back in like 2015, and when I first started going to Battle Arts, I haven't seen him in a minute. And once I was first stepped in Battle Arts. He was working at the front desk. I was like, he was wearing a mask. I was like, Travis? He was like, oh shit, what's up, bro? He's like, yeah. Since then, like, we got more closer and closer. Yeah, I would love to wrestle him one day. He's such a great guy.
Hell yeah, dude.
For sure.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Since we're on wrestling, let's do feuds.
Feuds.
You want to go first with this one?
Let's go first.
You go first with this
I would say when I started wrestling, watching wrestling, like, back in, like, 06, my favorite feud, and it will always be my favorite feud, my first feud, would be John Cena versus Edge, 06.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the time when I was a kid, I feel like they really hated each other. And so it was so good. And like, one with the Royal Rumble '06, Cena versus Edge, at the time when Lita was managing Edge at the time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah.
match was so good. I watched that back recently. I was like, this match is top tier. Even their TLC match too, when Cena won the title back again. It was such a great match. Number two, I would say Cena versus Orton '09.
Yeah.
Back, like, best
That
Orton
was
of
good.
all time, '09. That man was just a menace. He's just a different level of heel.
I always like there. I don't even know. It was definitely before that, and like with our feuds and stuff,
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna have like a lot of different ones, and that's
yeah,
cool. I was curious who
yeah,
you'd have on there.
yeah.
I like the Orton and Cena one. When I think of like prime
Prime, yeah,
Orton, and he's definitely for sure a better wrestler
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But I was thinking like Legend Killer Orton. That's
Oh,
like my shit.
even
Bro.
like Evolution. Too.
Evolution.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like Orton that back then too was top tier for sure. Number three, I would say I'd say Orton versus Triple H.
Yeah.
'09 as well, because
Yeah.
when I was watching it first time when Triple H was handcuffed to the ropes and he RKO'd Stephanie, in a kill, I was like, "What just happened? He just hit a girl. What the?"
Yeah.
I was like, and after he kissed Stephanie, I was like, "This is prime. This is absolutely prime."
I feel like that was at like a time
Yeah.
when I mean I don't know if we're living in this time
Yeah.
now, but I feel like some women might find you sexist if you didn't hit them nowadays. You know, like that's
Yeah.
where we're at in a weird point of
Yeah.
society. But
It's
back then, you
yeah.
didn't see a lot of that shit.
No,
on
you
TV.
didn't.
And like intergender wrestling wasn't a super big thing, right? So
Yeah.
that's like very, very like the
Yeah.
shock value on
Yeah,
that.
even like intergender, like indie wrestling. I didn't even know it was indie wrestling until I started wrestling. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was it. I thought it was just WWE and all them, and you just train at like NXT and you get to WWE. But like I didn't know there's indie wrestling. It was so cool. But yeah, number four, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels '02.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the street fight at SummerSlam, where it's like that storyline was just so good. It's just like how Shawn Michaels got like attacked from backstage, got run over, and then earlier that Triple H was the one who attacked him, and just leave to SummerSlam. I didn't watch it, but I watched like clips of it. I'm like, this is really good. It's so good. And number five, I didn't know what to put number five because all of them are so good. I was like, let me just put like a funny one. It's like enjoyable. I'd say Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's like WrestleMania.
All right.
Kofi Mania.
I like both of them though.
Yeah, that match with that feud where Kofi was trying to get that WrestleMania star, and like Vince McMahon keeps pushing him down, and like even for the chamber, it was supposed to be Mustafa Ali. Then he got like injured with the eye, and that's how Kofi Kingston was in the elimination chamber. And then Kofi was like, there was like that one split moment I thought Kofi was gonna win the title. When he did like the Trouble in Paradise, it was like 1, 2, like the sliver Daniel Bryan kicked out. I was like, wow. I was like, and then Daniel Bryan just like knee, and that's the finish. I was like, damn, that match was so good. And then Bryan, it was like at the time Bryan was like the planet is the planet, the Earth and stuff characters like the heel, and what Eric Rowan too. Yeah, that match was really good. That match was so good. For the feud, I would say when Kofi trying even for the like the gauntlet, he tried to do it, didn't happen. It's just Vince McMahon keeps turning him down, always act like he's a B player, B minus player, and then WrestleMania going up to like Fastlane, Kofi trying to have his match, but it was just like handicap match, and then like the WrestleMania up. The pop when Kofi won is just incredible. I would say I was watching that with my family. That match, I popped for it because I wanted Kofi to win, and so yeah, when Kofi won, like Big E and Xavier hugged him, that was a wholesome for sure moment for sure, and he finally was a world champ. That's just like I was so upset that he lost the title in 8 seconds versus Brock. I was like, bro. I was so upset. I was like, that he shouldn't be trained like that. But yeah, that'll be top 5 for sure.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense too. I didn't like, and I kind of feel that like what they did with Brock, they're doing with Wardlow right now.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I like Wardlow, bro,
yes.
but it's like now he's just the powerbomb guy, and it's fucking boring, dude.
Yeah.
It's boring to see. I'm not invested. Now he's trying to like start beef with MJF, which could be a really good.
Yeah.
That has potential to be a good feud, but like, then what? Like, what's their match going to be? Him just like trying to powerbomb MJF the whole time? You know, I just, I don't really like where they're going with Wardlow, but I'm going Austin McMahon. That's my number 1.
Oh.
For me, it was a game changer. And, like, there were so many firsts between Austin and McMahon.
For sure.
And just cool, like, employee versus boss.
Yeah.
Fucking dynamic, too. It was, like, really good. And McMahon, he's a really good heel, dude.
He is. Like him or not, he is a heel. He's a good heel.
And, like, there's something... Like, I love watching him take the stunner, bro. Like, it's never good, but it's good.
It's just,
you know what I mean?
It's a gold mine. It's just,
It's
just incredible. It's just to see. He can still take a stunner.
All right, then I'm going Austin and The Rock.
Yeah.
Epic. I think, like, for the first time, and maybe the only time, it's arguable, but, like, there were, like, 2... I feel like, for the most part...
Yeah.
There's always like one guy. Like Roman Reigns has been the guy for a bit.
Yeah.
There's always like one guy, but like in this like 5-6 year, whatever the year span was, like Austin and The Rock were both like equals.
Yes.
You know, and they had a great feud. And when Austin left, like I have like documentaries on The Rock and Austin because they're like both some of my favorites.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, I love how, like, on Stone Cold's last match, it was, like, WrestleMania fucking something.
Yeah.
Rock wins. And he's, like, laying there, and he leans over, and they talk about it, bro. And when they talk about, like... So, Rock leans over and was like, thank you, man. I love you. And then Stone Cold says, like, I love you too, man, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's, like, when they're being interviewed about that moment, like, they're both, like, crying and shit. And I don't know. Like, that's the kind of shit that, like...
Yes.
Like, wrestling is emotional. Wrestling is one of my favorite things in the world, bro. And
it's
when it can get that emotion out of you,
I've seen like memes like seem like memes like girls to say it's just wrestling is just a sport.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it's just you see like Austin Rock moment and see the guy crying. I was like, and I've seen like I see the meme all the time. I think it's trending. I was like, what's the biggest ick? The girl. And say, what's the biggest ick?
Like pro wrestling?
Yeah, and it's just like pro wrestling. And I see like memes like, shut up, bitch. I see LA Knight's like, his, like, it's just so funny.
Some people from the outside, they don't understand exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, you always get the fake shit, or you get, like, oh, like, they're not really hitting each other. And it's like, I've always been the kind of guy that's like, it's athletic Shakespeare. So, like, any chick that's like this, blah, blah, blah. Well, if they like fucking musicals or plays, and it's like, it's essentially the same thing, except these guys are fucking athletic, and they have to, like, put in, like, double the work to... Like, as an actor, you just have to work on your lines in one aspect. As, like, an athlete, you just have to work on one thing. But, like, wrestling is, like, theater and sport combined. And, like, athletic Shakespeare, bro. You go to a play and you see someone pantomiming driving a car.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not like, hey, you're not driving a car, you know? Like,
it's show to you.
Just fucking, you take it for what it is. And I think people just, it's just ignorance.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know? Like, my lady, like... We were actually just talking about this today. Like, one of the first times she hung out with, like, my best friend.
Yeah.
Like, me and him were playing chess and, like, watching wrestling.
Yes.
Like, that's just what we did.
Yeah.
She was like, I had no idea, like, someone would be into both of these things. And it's like, wrestling's not dumb.
It's not.
It's not dumb. Like, good wrestling is brilliant.
It's brilliant.
You know? And I think she's starting to appreciate that shit. What am I at? 3? Sorry, I trailed off there.
Yeah, for sure.
Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan.
Really?
Probably the first feud that I really got invested in as a child, and also like, and I liked Hulk Hogan, but like I was really actually this is kind of a time too now that we're talking about it. And I just said all that shit about The Rock and Austin. Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan were on a for a brief time they were on level playing field.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan had way more longevity. But like as far as like feuds go, just the first one that actually got anything out of me. That wasn't just like, oh, these two guys are doing something in a ring together. Like I actually felt something, and I was like, I felt invested, even though I didn't know these people at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 4, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
For sure.
I mean, there's so much I think people know. If you're into wrestling, you know what's up. My number 5, the Hardys, the Hardy Boys. Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys. But, like, the 3 of them. Yeah. Like, I do enjoy that, like, you know, the Hardys and Edge and Christian had, like, their own thing.
Yeah.
But, like, when they were, like, the 3... Like, I'm fairly certain, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, it was those 3 teams that the TLC match was invented.
Yes, 100%.
Because of those 3, right? Those like, they were just game changers. And it's, like, the only teams I have on here, but... All 3 of them deserve to be. I couldn't just put, you know, Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian.
You got. It
felt disrespectful.
Yeah, you gotta be paid respect to the Dudleys too.
That's right, man. That's right. All right, let's do Kevin Hart movies.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll go first on this one, I guess. And they've changed, dude. Like if I did this last year or maybe the year before, they would have been different for sure. I know that. Number 1 is The Upside.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it yet.
It's super serious. Like, actually, The Upside's my number 1. Fatherhood is my number 2.
Yeah.
Both, like, dramatic roles. Like, obviously, there's comedy in them.
Yeah.
But they're both, like, fairly serious. Then I'm going Die Hard.
Yes.
That was really good. Ride Along.
Oh, yeah.
And then... The Man from Toronto. Yeah, have you seen that?
I have seen that, but like, that's I've heard it's pretty good though. Man from Toronto sounds like a good name.
I feel like we don't have any. Do you have any of the same ones on your list? What you got?
I think I have Ride Along. Okay. Yeah, I have Ride Along.
All right.
I have number 1 for me. It's like a comedy for me. I'd say Night School.
That is a good one. I do really like that one.
Night School. Honestly, when I watched that first time, I was like, Kevin Hart's in school. I was like, let me watch this. And I was just watching it. It's so funny. I was like, damn, this is so funny.
Tiffany Haddish is great too. I really like her.
For sure. That movie, I watched it in the movies and I watched it again.
Nice.
And it's just the ending of the principal just dancing. It's just, I was just crying, laughing. It's so funny. For number 2, I said Jumanji, A Walk with the Jungle.
That's the first one?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen the second one.
I've seen the first one in the movies. The second one I haven't, but I still have it in my...
Oh, wait, no. I think I've actually seen the second one.
Yeah.
Those aren't horrible, dude. Yeah. Like, they're watchable.
Yes.
But fuck, man, I really like the first Jumanji. I just sound like an old guy now. I'm talking to, like... I'm like 15 older than you, Boris. It's
for real.
I don't feel like that. So, but then when we talk about this shit, I'm like, Robin Williams is the real Jumanji. All right, go on though.
And then number 3 is Ride Along.
Wicked.
Yeah. Number 4, Me Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one too, dude.
And then number 5, Jumanji, the second one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they were decent.
Yeah.
And the second one, I think, who's in the second one? It's like Danny Glover and fucking short dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, same.
But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That was 5?
Yeah, that was 5.
All right, so we'll end on pop musicians. I think you did something different you were telling me, so I'll go first with this one. It's just because you said, like, Weeknd, and then you said someone else, and I was like, oh, I think this guy might like pop, so I suggested pop.
Yeah.
Is that not your shit?
Honestly, when it comes to, like, pop, I just like The Weeknd. I just, like...
Word.
I'm, like, for music, I like all music. I'm not just, like, one-based music.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was, like...
If anything, pop is, like, one of my least favorites. Actually, it is my least favorite.
Yeah. I would say... Number 1, I would say... maybe rap, maybe sometimes pop, but, like, rap, number 1 for sure.
All right. Okay, so I'm going the Beatles.
Yeah.
Which, like, I was, like, debating with my lady. I was like, oh, the Beatles, Bob. Because they feel kind of like just like a rock band, but then...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going the Beatles. And they're a group. Maybe that's cheating or not. Prince.
Prince
is my number 2. Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
What up? Fuck Taylor Swift. Backstreet Boys, number 4. You might not realize that looking at me. I don't mind the Backstreet Boys. But here's the thing. I don't like the ballads, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like... Like, I saw them last year.
Yeah.
And, like, I wasn't into, like, watching, like, Quit Playing Games with My Heart, bro. But, like, everybody and shit, like, all the dancing, larger than life. Fuck yeah, dude. And then I'm going Robin.
Ooh.
Do you know who she is? She's like, I want to say she's Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's been around since I was, like, younger than you are right now.
Yeah, I could tell.
So, yeah. And she's still doing shit, dude.
Yeah.
She's a badass. All right, dude. So what exactly did you do?
I didn't know what was I said top 5 music artists.
All right.
I did number 1, The Weeknd. Obviously, that's probably my favorite. Number 2, Travis Scott. Mm-hmm. If you know him.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Travis Scott. Number 3, Drake. Yeah, number 4 is a rapper called Lil Uzi Vert.
I know him.
Yeah, and then number 5, Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Yeah.
Lil Baby. Okay, so Lil Baby and Da Baby are 2 different.
I think so.
Yeah,
something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
I guess we'll end with one of these cards.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I'll pick this one.
Cool. What's the gist of it about this?
I just know. You just read your one to me. I'll read one to you.
Yeah.
And it's not French. There's 2 questions on the one card.
Yeah.
And so we can do both.
Yeah.
You can also answer the one that you're asking me after as well. All right. I'll start. This is all right. Have you been told you couldn't do something and prove that person wrong?
I think. I think it's like I think it was in training one time. I think I have to remember. I think it was like I was like doing something where perfect. It was like for like when Nick was there at the time, we were doing like tiger rolls over the top, and like people like weren't like shaky about it, but I was like, let me do this. People were saying I wasn't. You don't think I can do it? I think Maddie said you can't do this. I was like, all right, bet. So I obviously did the cross mat first. I did it, and like I kind of messed up a little bit, but like I tried it again, perfect second time. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. As there at the time, he was like, he did it, but it was kind of wonky. So I did it again, and I just get a whole pop and stuff, and just show him out. And Nick was like, fuck the crash pad, do it real this time. Mm-hmm. I was kind of scared, but I was like, let me do it. And when I did it perfectly the first time, and everyone was popped. I was like, damn, that's like top shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I've definitely. The thing is, like, I'm juvenile, bro. Yeah. Like that shit is like some of my main motivation in life still. Like, obviously, I have a daughter now. She's like number 1, but like, people telling me I can't do shit, or like that have told me I couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Like, that still drives me, bro. Yeah. It's so many times. And I proved lots of people wrong.
Yeah.
And tell me I can't do something, motherfuckers. Tell me I can't do it.
Real, bro. You can't do it unless you try, bro. Like, honestly.
All right, what you got, sir?
I got... Do you have any similar siblings? How have they influenced you?
So, like, that's an odd question for me, but, like, I do have, like, blood siblings, but I'm not close to them. I was raised in, like, foster homes and shit.
Really?
So, like, if I'm going to answer this question, I'll just talk about, like, my foster brothers.
Yeah.
Who are, like, I mean, they're all Jamaican.
Yeah.
One of them's from Guyana, the rest are from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Foster dad's Jamaican.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, I don't know. Just, like, being around them made me who I am today. Like, there's so many ways. Not even just, like, obviously music is, like, a go-to.
Yeah.
Like, of things that were influenced. But just, like, my mindset. Like, can you just reread the question?
Yeah, it says, do you have siblings?
Okay.
and how they influence you.
I got it. So, like something like when I was younger, when we were growing up, like I wanted to get dreadlocks, and they were all like super supportive. I thought it was like super cool, and now it's like a very frowned upon thing. It's not like what's the term that they use for it? It's not. It's cultural appropriation. I don't believe in that shit, bro. I don't believe in that shit because like the only people I ever see complaining about that shit are fucking white people. Yeah. Like if you go to like I have a buddy who just went to Japan like for 2 months. Yeah. And like they love that shit. You go there, you wear like the kimono and all like their traditional Japanese clothing and shit. Like they love that shit. It's not. Yeah. It's appreciating when you do that kind of stuff. It's appreciating what it is, you know. Yeah. And so I would say like. Yeah, like there's stylistically, like who I am, how I dress, what I listen to, but like even more so is like my mentality. Yeah. Do you know? Yeah. Is how they've influenced me. Yeah. When you were a child, what was something you dreamed of owning?
That's a good question. I dreamed like I had a few things I think. One, I think it was like a boat. It was a boat, it was a yacht. I was like, because I was like, at the time I was a kid, I was playing GTA 5, and I was playing, just playing, I'm just on a yacht. I'm like, it'd be kind of cool if I had a yacht when I'm older. Be like, the yacht, let's say a Lamborghini for sure.
All right.
Lamborghini's probably my dream car for sure. Even though it's kind of hard, but I'll learn for sure. And but yeah, that's basically it. Lamborghini, yacht, yeah.
All right. Yeah, definitely a car's up there. I would say like probably top though is like I want like an RV or like some sort of like old school like Airstream, just like really just like sick one that's like souped up that you can like live in and shit. I've always wanted that.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
All right, last one, bro. What you got?
We got what do you appreciate about the culture you were raised in?
That's interesting. Raised in. That's the key part.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't even think I don't even know.
What do I appreciate about the culture I was? I feel like I'm just gonna repeat what I said, but I could like I moved around a lot up until like I was maybe like 13, 14. I didn't appreciate anything about it, you know. And then when I moved in with like I moved to different like foster homes a lot, bro, like a lot. And then I moved to Brampton in like 2000. Yeah. And that was like it. I was there for so long. That's who I consider like my foster brothers, my foster dad is those people when I moved to Brampton. That I wasn't brought up around narrow-minded people. Yeah, I don't know, man. And maybe that's just me, but like my actual family, blood family, is like pretty trash. Really? Do you know what I mean? To the point where like I tell people shit like I haven't spoken to my mom in like 15 years, and they're like, "That's crazy," and I'm like, "No, trust me, like it's way better off this way." Really? Do you know what I mean? So I can appreciate that I wasn't raised by my shithead mom.
I mean, yeah, because
you love your mom, don't you?
I do.
I know. I felt it when I said it. And you were like, "Oh, I mean, no." Cause, like, but believe me, dude, she's not a good. Some moms aren't good. Really? My mom is one of those moms. Really? But trust me, you know.
Yeah, because like back when I was a kid, just like every time I'm like sick, my mom comes through. Yeah. Every time I need to talk to her, mom comes through.
My nana was more like my mom.
Really?
Yeah,
because when I was like, I have like a nephew now. My brother's like. My nephew's like 7 now. He's like, every time he comes over, my mom just always just spoils him and stuff. When I was a kid, I'm not gonna lie, my mom didn't do that for me. So I was kind of jealous. Me and my brother, our stuff is from garage sales. Because at the time we didn't have like, we were like even, but we didn't have more money.
Yeah,
so,
bro.
So that's why my mom,
okay, man.
And my mom and my dad always in a garage sale. That's why when I was talking to when I talk to my parents, I do with my mom because my dad's like more like the strict guy because they're Bosnian and stuff. So Bosnian dads are like that, and so but like yeah, if I ever want to talk like personal, I would talk to my mom because my mom's basically my best friend.
I dig it, man.
Yeah.
So wait, was that your answer? Do you have an answer, or was that kind of your answer?
Kind of.
Like it was almost kind of.
Yeah, kind of in a way. If we're gonna answer both of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
Yeah, for real, man.
I guess we'll wrap her up.
Yeah.
You can let these people know where to get at you if you like.
Okay, I would say Instagram is still Boris _ Crobos. Twitter, same thing, Boris _ Crobos. Yeah, that's basically I have Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't really use Facebook.
Yeah, I do Facebook for
TikTok.
Nah, I don't. Honestly, I'm one of those people. I don't like TikTok.
That's awesome.
I don't get the hype. I don't get the hype. Unlike for like TikTok, maybe it's a good platform, but like I just hate TikTok. I'm like, why is this a thing?
I wouldn't say it's a good platform, but I feel like other people would, and to each their own, you know.
Yeah.
But it's not for me either, dude.
Yeah, for like Facebook, it's like, I know it's like a boomerang, but it's so easy. It's like that's all my bookings from. It's Facebook.
It's true.
It's Facebook.
Facebook's networking, but like, don't expect people to like your posts.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what's up with Facebook. I'll be surprised if like people like my posts. I'm like, I don't know. Facebook is a boomerang, but like that's how you get your bookings if you're a wrestler. Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for being here, man.
For sure.
Guys, like always, this podcast is brought to you by Neon Light District. Hit them up. Use code Pillow Talk to save 10%. And by The Great North Apparel. Hit them up. Use code Pillow Talk to save 30%. Go follow Boris. And go get your tickets to Lafiteria.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
Knee Slapper City. And the monthly show. And I'll see you in 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah. Peace, bro.
Peace the fuck out.